scalps do I need to buy a taco these days?
Alright, it's out. We're done.
You know what? That's not working, so I'm just gonna...
Diego had like a whole thing lined up.
What's the problem,
Huh?
Diego?
It's not like showing up, and I'm just gonna... it's too much work. Let's just go.
Okay.
I'm too lazy.
I'm too lazy. I'll just count it every time and remember.
All right.
all
cool.
the
I am
like
live.
spooky ones are from your subclass, basically.
All the spooky ones.
Yeah,
All
all
the-
the spooky spells.
But
But like, it's
blindness
What
stuff.
subclass are you doing, by the way, Diego?
Fours.
fours. Fucking beautiful, beautiful subclass.
Oh, right on the horse. No. No.
Y'all on the horse.
No.
There you go.
One horse's head.
The children are diagonal.
Diagonalized children.
Diagonal. No! Fell off the horse. Be over here.
You know what? I can actually make this easier on everyone involved if I just... I'm gonna reuse this map so much. This map is gonna get
Did you remove the grid?
Yes. I hope we never fight on
everyone
this
say
map
hi to
again,
the-
because then I'm gonna have to put the grid back.
Everyone say
You
hi
should
to the most
remove the
loyal
black
person
box.
on most loyal person on Twitch, which is Janik. He says hello to all of you.
Hello.
Hello.
Jack.
Alright. Well,
Oh yeah,
honestly.
I finally got the Discord update, and it's ass.
What
I
Discord update?
see, Discord
I
always
agree.
messes
I
things
think
up
it's good.
every time.
I hate it.
You can revert it with client-side mods.
Oh, that's too much work.
It's not very difficult, but
I know. I'll figure it out
Will
later.
I have a link if you want it.
He was
Okay,
just like,
yeah, we can.
effort.
Because I was given a link. I haven't used it yet because I haven't.
Alright.
God, I'll test it for you.
Alright.
On
If you viruses to be downloaded directly on my computer.
/Dom_Merc. We
So
heavily
you
promote
pushed an old
piracy
lady in the oven last session.
and excessive amounts of crime. Oh yeah, we burnt an old
Why
lady.
are all of our like fights Looney Tunes?
This is supposed to be a horror campaign, and you guys are just pulling so many shenanigans.
I'm
From time to-
literally playing Bugs Bunny, basically.
Yeah.
You can't expect us to not go Looney Tunes.
Apparently.
Listen, okay, it was really. I tried to not make a Looney Tunes style character.
You
But
didn't.
you keep giving me Looney Tunes style setups, Zach. This is your own
Very-
fault.
Very
Like you're
Looney
like
Tunes
you're like
style when you
she
make,
opens
like,
the door and the
dramatic-
fire is on and we're like, our time is now. I wanted to burn her alive.
I think it's much
Well,
more
we
Looney
tried.
Tunes in that aspect of like,
tried. We tried to burn her alive.
he's constantly trying to make like very dramatic attacks and then proceeds to miss the actual attack.
My favorite one so far has been the hi, you'll never expect us. The additional ally. Two daughters come down. We cast sleep. Shit.
It doesn't work. Yeah, these specific enemies were the worst set of enemies to throw against you guys at this particular moment. All right, so
Would have been
the
so
group of
fucked
you-
if either of you could have fallen asleep.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Was I the only one that sleep would actually affect? And I
Yes.
just had
Yes.
too high HP?
Yeah,
Does sleep affect you? I sleep.
Yeah, well, I can't, like, target him with the dream spells, but
You just
the thing
can't steal my soul.
Yeah,
Yo, why is Hannah under
Forge
the...
is under the horses.
fortunately. Alright, so, the group of you search your way through the old bone grinder and steal a number of items from the hags. The old bone grinder was the windmill. You find the children at the very top that were trapped away, who are now in Melina's care, and you have now adopted more children to take to...
Zach, can you
Emergency
stop giving us
EXP?
children to adopt? We don't have any more space on the car.
Emergency EXP.
We are
More
literally
children to
packing
take to Valaki.
We are
No,
working
no,
these
call them
horses
what they
to
are,
their
Zach.
bone.
Emergency EXP.
Alright, so the children, Hansel and Gretel, you pull from the hag's den.
Are they from Valaki?
No, they're actually from Barovia, but we didn't go over this last time. So
Okay.
Melina will address this about you. The two children are from the village, but have denied wanting to go back, as they seem to have been traded by their parents willingly to the hag in return for another thing, so they are not emphatic about returning to their parents.
Fair enough.
This is when we ask her, have you ever wanted to have all the benefits of having children without all the problems of having to birth the children? Allow me to introduce you to adoption.
I would not like to adopt these children. I don't think at this point we've already taken so many children on.
I didn't say that in character, Zach.
Neither did she.
But Zach, you could...
Well, if you say it out loud, and if you refer to her directly, it's gonna come out like that.
Fair enough. I didn't do the voice, that's why.
You have to look for the voice.
Oh, yeah, I have to look for the voice.
I literally do a voice for this character, okay? It's not like I'm like, hello, how are you? And like, oh, I was actually not in
I love
character.
how Adam's inner thoughts are just Dominic's normal voice.
He has two
So
voices.
what Adam thinks he sounds.
Why in my internal monologue do I sound like I'm crazy? I'm not crazy.
But you could be.
Crazy. I was crazy once.
My internal monologue says that I have autism.
Rats.
Forge does not know what autism is.
He's acoustic.
Forge definitely has autism.
Forge has autism.
No, most definitely.
Ignoring the fact he's a robot, he definitely does.
They programmed him wrong, that's why.
They programmed it in on purpose. It makes
So
him more
anyways,
efficient.
now that the group of you have examined the entirety of the old bone grinder, you get your long rest. You are all safe. Essentially, you have two options. One, you can head down the road and continue towards Valaki, as it is the next day and you won't be traveling at night, so it'll be safe. Alternatively, you did notice something at the top of the tower, at the top of the windmill, while you were looking out the windows, which was the direction that the Raven had flown to the previous day. You saw several ravens circling overhead what looked to be stone pillars that were in like a circular formation off to the northwest, going into the forest. So you go northwest into the forest to find these stone pillars and see what's going on over there, or you continue down the northeast path and continue heading towards Valaki.
Alright, I'm gonna say this like I said this last time. For the love of God, can we please just go to Valaki?
What was the other
No, we have
option?
to make
Zach?
15 stops along the way.
It was you saw the raven fly towards a formation of stone pillars off to the northwest. It was like half a mile out into the forest, so not too far. And they were circling overhead, and you could only see like the tops of the stone pillars from a distance, so you don't really know what it was.
It's like in the direction of Lucky, or
Technically, it's in the direction of Valaki, but it goes through the forest rather than along the path. And
but
going through
it's not at Valaki.
And
No.
we definitely probably can't take the cart to get there.
Yeah.
'Cause it's in the forest. We could come back. Drop the cart.
Also,
and
the
come back.
wolf is kind of a threat still.
That is a thing. Yes.
Hmm.
We should also consider that birds are also delicious.
That's a good point.
See, I don't have to worry about that. I don't
Neither
need to
does
worry about
Forge.
Damn, you're missing out. Birds are kind of delicious.
it. Well, Adam eats out of pleasure. He doesn't eat out of necessity.
Oh, well, I guess you're not missing out. The birds are delicious.
You ever seen a rabbit eat a bird?
Actually, yes.
Kinda
It's,
wild. That's
it's
like role
horrifying.
reversal.
You want to see it again?
I'm good for now.
All right. So where would you like to go? No.
Lucky.
We're lucky.
Let's go to Valaki this time.
Side quest.
The side
we were gonna
quests
say it
can wait.
again, Zach.
The side quests can wait.
Look, I just want to
At
drop
least
off
until
the
we get
people
all
before
these
we start
children
doing
out of the
side.
back of our cart.
This is true. We're carrying a lot of children.
Look,
Fair enough.
I'll be honest. I just want to drop off the people before I start doing crazy ass side quests. That's all I care about.
Yippee!
Not like they're gonna die or anything.
Look. She might be able to deal with herself, but I don't think the kids can.
I don't even think she can deal with herself.
5.5 miles. I need someone to roll me a D100.
My
You
turn.
definitely-
Oh wait, I did it last time.
I think it's Jamie
Who hasn't done it?
because it was Hannah first,
My
then
turn.
it was me.
Yeah, Dominic turn.
So it's Jamie.
One.
That means Strahd. Dumbass. No.
87.
Ooh.
Wow, the highest roll yet.
I think literally, yeah.
Hold on. Man, this is good news. I actually have to look up.
Holy shit! I have to look at the upper half of the
I have
table.
I have to look at the good thing.
Holy shit!
I haven't. I was like, all right, what are they gonna fight this?
Wait, I'm already flipping to the monster stat blocks. Wait, 87. Wait.
You find one silver on the floor, and it's like, holy shit, that's the best thing that's ever happened to us.
That's what I've been.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Okay. The group of you are actually going to make it to Valaki just safely. I thought it was gonna. It's insane. I didn't think nothing terrible was happening today. Someone rolls a 1.
Yay, we didn't start a fight, Zach.
You open the page to like the 87 entry, and it just says nothing happens. Continue as normal. It's like, oh my god, yes, finally.
They
It's
weren't
like-
assaulted in the night.
It's like, we roll 87, Zach looks at the thing, and the table specifically says, if they roll the number 87, it counts as a 1.
That would
You know,
be really
yeah,
fun.
the worst part about it is like, because it's not
Just roll
too
again.
hard finding stuff in this book when it comes to the Curse of Strahd module. The one thing that I complain about is that like Strahd's castle is like 45 pages long.
Well, yeah, because in the original module, that's the whole point. That was all there was.
It's the entire castle is like an adventure in itself. It's so much stuff. So,
It's like it started out as a module that was supposed to just be you invading his castle, and they decided to turn it into a campaign or something.
yeah, like there's things that happen. There's people that are involved.
They hired the people for Curse of Strahd. They finished the castle like, wow, guys, that was great. And then they were like, all right, now make the rest. But sir, our contract is
What
up
do you mean,
tomorrow.
rest?
Yeah, all the people working on it going, the rest? What do you mean, the rest?
All right. Does anyone have a passive perception of 16 or higher?
I think I do. Let me check.
Forge
I do have. I have 16 exactly.
Does
You
a
have
passive
16.
investigation also work?
Nope.
I can offer you a passive perception of 9 in this trifling economy.
I can yeah, same. Same. You're at a passive of 9 also.
Yeah.
So, as the group of you are passing through the road, about a mile out from Velaki, so approximately here,
Wait,
you
where?
notice.
Okay.
There. You notice, Brian, that there is a section of the path straight ahead where it obviously looks like it's been walked and the road has been used quite a bit, but you notice a couple of the tracks are fresh, leading off to both sides of the road, and about 30 feet ahead on either side, you see dark figures crouched low, standing perfectly still, 2 on each side.
Oh,
And
that's
all of
suspicious.
them are aiming crossbows in your direction.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa. I thought this was supposed to be a good encounter.
Yeah, what the
I
hell?
thought we weren't gonna have a fight. So guys, prepare yourselves. There are, people ready to fight.
Hold on. Because it's Hansel, Gretel, but the one name that I keep fucking up is Melina. Okay.
NG?
NG.
Or Melina?
NG.
It's Melina.
Oh, Melina.
Well,
So,
Forge is gonna.
I'm gonna just tell you, Melina, get Hansel and Gretel in the cart and do not bring them out. All 3 of
She
you.
nods and keeps her head low.
Forge is gonna start pulling out his new pistol. Forge has been waiting to test this out. I am ecstatic. Wait, Zach,
Yes.
I have an idea. Check in our character chat.
Can I cast Pass Without a Trace on the entire cart?
No, you can't.
It would function on everybody inside of it, but it wouldn't function on the cart.
Yeah, you can't.
They're like, wow, an empty cart, guys. I can't believe it.
About where would you say they are physically on the map? Like here? Would you say like there, or are they like right there?
You don't notice them until you're quite close, so they're about 30 feet ahead of you.
Oh. That's...
But they haven't pointed at us, right?
They are
They
pointing
have
at-
them pointed at you and are very clearly within the line of sight. You've entered the range at which they could have shot you quite a long time ago, but
didn't?
they have not shot yet.
Maybe
Stop
this is
the cart?
a police checkpoint.
Oh God, what happened?
Police checkpoint, yeah.
Wait, who's driving?
Border
Me.
patrol.
Okay, good. You can't get poisoned. No, wait. Can you get drunk? You can get drunk.
No, because they're all in the same system. Give me 1 sec, guys.
God. He's arguing with Melina about the
my
children.
monitor just went out.
Oh
You
wow,
don't need a monitor. You just need to hear us.
theater of the mind.
Blind sight. Blind sight.
Hey,
Alright,
it's still
I
playable
just-
if you can hear the game.
All right. Who's Revik? You're like martial, right?
Yes.
Cool. What's your movement maximum without dashing?
30 feet.
What's yours, Diego?
25.
25. Okay. I'll get 20 till I'm about 20 feet out. And then I'm just going to stop the cart. Just completely and go. You know, if you're here to rob us, you're more than capable of coming out at this point.
There's a bit of hesitation as you see the bushes shift a little bit. And then one of them moves a bit more, and you can see someone standing up. You see a average-looking human male with a hood pulled over his head so you can't see all of his facial features, and he has the mask covering his nose and down. You only see his eyes. And he keeps the crossbow trained on all of you as he steps out into the road. And goes, not bandits or anything. Not trying to rob you. We just need to make sure that you ain't here to cause any trouble either.
Is he Australian?
Is it
Rocky
possible I
Mate.
could give you like my? Oh, okay. I want to, just for the sake of not having to roll every like 3 seconds. Can I use like a passive insight, so to speak, to just like continuously like vibe check him as he speaks?
Isn't there a pass? Yeah,
Fire
there is a passive
section.
insight.
Does he pass? Zach? Does he pass the vibe check?
Let me see. What's your passive insight, Diego, and
Uh,
what's your passive insight, Dom?
13.
16.
16.
I'm very good at vibe checking.
I am not.
Vibe checking.
Vibe checker.
Get up.
Shit. God damn it, Janik. I'm sorry.
So-
I gotta stop this. You know what he put in the chat? Janik replied
did
as
he
soon as
put?
they came out. Ice agents.
Oh no.
Good lord.
Topical. All right, you're good to go.
All right, so he doesn't seem to be suspicious in any way. There's not any recognizable insignias on him that you can decipher if he's part of some kind of police
or anything.
force or some kind of genuine force, but he doesn't seem equipped to rob you at the same time. So his story seems to check out as far as you can tell.
Okay, Zach, I also got a dip right now for like 20
Ah.
minutes. Alright.
All right, go fuck off.
Bye.
How dare you?
Yeah, he has to go pick up someone. Everything happens simultaneously.
What a nice young man.
He's gonna
It's
go
not-
pick up Melina.
So we're not getting robbed.
No, it
Not
does
getting
not-
robbed.
But I'm still adamant about keeping the people quiet because I don't know who these people are, regardless. Okay. Well, for the sake of the conversation, since you've already elaborated more or less, your intentions were simply here to drop someone off in Valoki. And I'm here to look for someone who I have been told, has passed through the area. And that's it.
So it's just a lot of you? Anyone
There
else you
are-
bringing along?
There are a few more, but they are with us.
You see him obviously try and like take a look over your shoulder past you.
Are you looking for something? All the people who intend to enter Velaki are on or in this cart. They are not in any way, shape, or form following us, and anyone who would be is not a part of our group.
Well, that's good to know then. Doesn't seem like you're bad folk.
I'd like to.
We try to
imagine
keep
what
an
they
eye
do.
out to make sure that there isn't anyone coming into Velaki that might be a bit troublesome. But things have been a bit hard out here lately.
I guess it would be safe to call you the gatekeeper of Velaki. Do you happen to know of a woman who was adorned in all purple? She would have been traveling by herself.
I haven't heard much about someone like that. We don't really keep track of every single person that passes through. But I'm also not the only scout that keeps an eye out on this road. We trade positions every couple days.
And the other one? Or do you know where they'd be?
We do have a building where the scouts meet. Not exactly a force, a group. Just anyone who's willing to put in the time without much payment. You can ask around there if you'd like.
I appreciate it. By chance, I'm not familiar with the entirety of your land. Does Velaki also operate off of a coin-based system?
Yes, it does.
Very well, then. You're free to take this as whatever means that you see fit. He's gonna pull out a silver coin and, like, kind of flick it to him. Take this as an appreciation for your hospitality. And if there isn't anything else, I would very much so like to be on my way.
Of course. Lucky should just be right down the road.
Very well. Oh, one more question. Do you happen to know of the stone pillars and the crows flying around to the south?
That's the one by the old windmill, isn't it?
The old windmill with the hag has gone and, well, expired, we'll say.
She's dead.
Her and one of her daughters. Unfortunately, the last one very much so slipped away.
I'd say taking care of the old hag is as good as news as any. We've had trouble with her before, but because of the nature of how much trouble they've caused, no one tends to go around that place if they can avoid it.
Well, I can tell
And
you
it-
that her area is now clear of what would be considered the old hag. I just hope that Velaki is more than willing to help the individuals who are contained within the bounds of that accursed tower.
It was the likes of you that took her down?
Well, we haven't also involve her in the manner of a certain getting her own comeuppance, you could say.
We threw her in the oven.
Her screams were quite pleasurable.
Zach, as he says that, Forge is gonna start just casting produce flame, like just making the flame just slightly bigger, just as a little show of what we did.
He seems a bit like happy in the moment, and then maybe a bit terrified of the group of you, and he kind of looks around. You say you had some stowaways from that place. Does that mean you have some children that they took?
Yes. Though they were from Barovia and they chose not to go back. That was more so because their parents handed them off willingly.
Bastards, really. But it's not something that's entirely uncommon in these kinds of places.
Well, it
Dealing with
shouldn't
her
be.
has led to at least one problem being solved.
Very much so. So you can tell your wives and children that they are able to rest more easily now that the hag is gone. Though be wary of the other daughter. In her last-ditch effort, she stole what little ability the hag had to escape.
Well, to answer your question from before, we don't really know much about the stones near the old windmill, as we haven't been there in quite some time. Believe it used to be a site of prayer back when the land was full of life. Now the hags had tended to use it for whatever rituals that they were performing. Not sure what they might have done with the place at this point, but might be good to check it out. Although it could very well still be dangerous considering what they did.
I very much so appreciate the forewarning.
He waves his hand off towards the bush and motions to come closer as you see two more scouts pop out from the side of the road and come out. They don't have the crossbows trained at you anymore, and they have them stowed away.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind, I'm going to be sending these two scouts back with you. It's their time to end their shift anyways, and they'll help keep you safe along the road. And when you get there, they can help take the children to the orphanage. It seems that seems like they may need somewhere to stay for the night.
Of course. Though I'm not sure that we'd have much more room on this cart. Actually, Zach, can we fit them in the back with Malena and Hansel and Gretel?
They're fine to walk alongside.
Okay,
It's only a mile.
sure. I walk 3 every day at work. That's nothing.
You only walk 3 a day?
Yeah. For the fact that I work inside of a building, I'd say that's pretty impressive. I know you work
That's
outside.
fair. My average Saturday is about 12.
Yeah.
Well, the sun should be setting soon. You should get along before then.
Let's go.
And the group of you continue on as he stops holding you up. And you continue towards Valaki. You'll be heading in from the east. Oh, goodness. Hold on.
What do you mean, oh goodness? It's not like we had any other option.
Yeah. Imagine.
I would like to know, Revik was sitting there juggling teeth in the background the entire time.
Oh, as per usual.
Yeah. Business as usual for Revik.
When Forge isn't chatting, he's fixing his experiment. He still hasn't succeeded in fixing it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make you tiny.
Oh my god, that's tiny.
Oh, that is tiny. Holy shit. He's
Hold on.
in the
'Cause you need to see how large the gate guards are. They're about the same size.
I cast enlarge reduce.
Fuck out of here.
I cast enlarge.
Fuck out of here.
I cast enlarge.
Alright, I'm kicking him out of the server.
No!
I cast reduce on myself. Why is the bunny bigger than us?
It's the ears.
Here, I'll make it better.
I didn't even complain.
There you go.
Okay.
It's hard to do. I can only zoom in so far. I can only.
Yeah, I'm at 249 out of 250.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab food.
So those are the guards that were with us, right?
These are just two of the guards that are standing at the gate, but there are two more guards that pass through very quickly, and as soon as they speak with the guards at the gate, they kind of wave you on very quickly, so you don't have to have any conversation with them before they just allow you in.
Cool.
They explain everything that you've already explained to them, and they're very quick to open the gates and allow you in.
Where's the guard tower that they stay at?
The guard tower.
Or wherever the barracks that the guy was talking about. Where is it?
The Baron. Oh. Ooh. Now, when it comes to an exact location,
Keeping my eyes... Zach, you know who I'm looking for. I'm keeping my eyes open. My ojos abren, or my augen offen.
what?
Oh, that's German for eyes open.
Are you speaking German?
But because I'm learning German. Is that a problem?
No, but I don't speak German.
That's too bad. You should be speaking German.
You should be speaking German.
Yeah. Don't you know, Zach, that the Germans are the perfect race?
I don't know if...
No one's ever said that before.
And this is going to create problems. So, In terms of an actual guards meeting spot, they have essentially a collection of buildings that functions as like a general store and a number of other buildings like storage houses where they keep their weapons and stables where they keep the horses.
Mm-hmm.
And they refer to it as the Arsec Stockyard.
Where is that?
That is not too far. It's this area.
Yo. Because they said they're taking the once they get in the gate, they're taking the kids. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess would Melina go with them?
Melina is going to go with the children. Well, now she's actually in Valaki. She is going to considering the nature of everything that we've done so far, I'm going to go with the children and ensure that they're safe, and then find a space for myself to stay for the time being, and hopefully we will meet up again soon.
Before she goes, because I specifically asked, Melina, I'm giving you an allowance. 3 gold coins and 3 silver coins.
You know I do have money to spend for myself, correct?
I'd rather assure your safety if this is where we part ways. Also, I'd hate for
I
the
appreciate it.
original Baroness's daughter, or sister in this case, to have gone from such a lovely establishment to a hovel. Do what you see fit with the money.
Forge, before she leaves, looks at her. I wish I could have gotten you more stopping power before you leave.
Well, I'm not exactly favorable to fighting unless absolutely necessary. And considering we're
This,
here now, this is a much safer place to be. So I hope that it isn't necessary anymore.
if you ever need some, I may have some in the future. It isn't much like fighting. It's just point and pull.
Remove.
Quite easy.
Roger, removing direction.
Gus? Oh no, fuck my brain.
Gus.
Zach,
Yes.
I have a question. Is there any? Can Forge find the blacksmith? He wants to see if he can use his forge because he has smith tools and all that, but he wants to work on his experiment in a private environment, like a more like official environment. Get what I mean?
Fair enough. I mean, you will be able to find it in the same section where Adam is currently going.
Where is it?
Where I am.
No, I know, but I'm here. I'm worried. Forge is
Oh.
scoping out the area.
Gotcha.
He has his little visor down and everything, scoping it out.
Baby, are you still here? Is he still getting food?
I think he's nomming.
He's nomming.
Ha! You have to spend more time with me and Hannah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I feel bad for you.
Hannah, not so much. Me? Oof, I feel bad for you, Zach.
No, I feel bad for me the most.
Good lord. The large stockyard has several locked sheds along its periphery and lies adjacent to a roomy warehouse. A wooden sign above the front gate as you walk in reads RSX Stockyard. Parked at the south end of the stockyard is a sturdy carnival wagon, its colorful paint peeling off, faded lettering on the side spelling out Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders, and a heavy padlock secures the back door.
It'd be a shame
Off
if I knocked.
knocked on the wagon?
No, cast knock.
Oh. Oh. Don't do that.
Why not?
You very much don't want to do that.
For our first attraction, P did it.
Shut the fuck up! For our first attraction.
Careful, kids. It'll bite.
Right.
For our first attraction, Jared from Subway.
What the hell is happening?
Jared from
Uh,
Subway.
They're trying as hard as they possibly can to get canceled.
Which is funny because it's my stream.
Yeah.
What are they doing that would get?
Oh,
They're just making dumb pedo
we
jokes.
found a carnival thing. So Zach's like, yeah, there's a big lock, and I'm like, what if I knock? He's like, on the thing, and he's like, no. What if I cast knock? And he's like, oh, don't do that, please. And I'm like, okay. And then I made a comment. It's like, for our first attraction, be careful, kids. It's P Diddy.
Then I brought up Jared from Subway.
The joke is pedophilia. Anyways, moving on.
Remember,
So-
pedophiles are not people, kids.
There are multiple general stores around that are currently selling weapons, armor, and adventuring gear. There's a blacksmith. There are storage sheds that carts and carriages can be placed in. And there is the guard station close to the entrance, in which most of the guards seem to be kind of bouncing in and out of this makeshift, like, it doesn't really seem like a genuine guard station. It seems more like an inn and tavern.
Brothel, so to speak.
That is not what I said.
But they're going in and out, and it has to. They must be too pumped up.
There's got to be a rule where you make a joke that no one laughs at, you get muted for 30 seconds.
Oh, God.
I've returned.
Welcome back.
Diego, laugh. Diego, just laugh.
Ha 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 ha.
All right, Hannah can't be
There
muted.
we go. I'm good.
What happened? What'd I miss?
You made it to Valaki without an issue. The people that were on the road were scouts, and they helped two of you, or they helped guide you to Valaki as two of them split off from the other two.
Yippee.
And you made it into Valaki safe and sound. Melina split off with the two guards, or one of the guards, to head towards the orphanage with the children that you gathered along your path. You were collecting like Pokemon. And the other guard guides you to the stockyard, which has a number of stores and blacksmith and the guard station that the group of you were looking for before.
But Zach, if you said they're like Pokemon, what am I gonna do without my HM slave?
No.
No, Hannah.
We'll get another one. It's fine.
Oh my god!
Every time Hannah makes a joke out of context, I'm going to subtract 1 from his next roll.
What do you mean? It wasn't context. You said like Pokemon.
I mean, you
Yes,
did
but-
say like Pokemon.
He's got a point.
I mean, I did say like
He's got a
Hey,
point.
I didn't say it wasn't out of context. It was in context. You said we collected them like Pokemon, and now they're not with us.
yes, but it's also on the rule of no one left.
We laughed.
They laughed.
No. It didn't
Like, that
come
wasn't
through. It didn't
laughs.
count.
Hannah laughed at his own joke. It's fine.
Your mic's peaked. I couldn't hear it.
So Zach, where's the blacksmith?
The blacksmith. Hold on.
Which one is it?
Oh my god. Someone who isn't a price gouger.
I mean, they might be.
Over here.
Forge
What the
goes
hell?
towards
I
the
don't have
blacksmith.
access to that spell? Fuck, I had such a cool idea.
Hello.
That's dumb.
What,
Why don't I have access to
what
this?
person is this? Hold on. Pulling up from my random list of pre-made characters.
Hear me out, guys. Well,
Because apparently Velaki doesn't actually have a blacksmith.
hear me out, guys.
Ow.
Because he's pulling up stuff. Thunderclap. But in order to cast it, you have to be able to clap your ass cheeks.
Oh no.
No.
If I clap them multiple times, will it cast multiple times?
Yeah.
Like that one character from JJK. You can teleport every 10.
Oh,
God.
the
Toto?
big clap.
Oh,
What is it?
Lord.
Togo, yeah.
So, Hannah, you peek into a blacksmith shop. You kind of have to push this heavy metal door off to the side in order to get in. And you see in this darkened room where the only light is coming from the striking of a sword off in the distance as sparks kind of light off of it just above this flaming pit. And you see kind of sitting down. And although he's sitting down, he's still almost at like 4.5 or 5 feet tall at the top of his
Damn.
head. This darkened green scaled back with a tail swinging behind him as he's striking the sword over and over again.
He's taller than me sitting down.
Forge will be like, hello. I require your assistance.
Turns around and you see this lizard folk with these goggles on that are currently making his eyes look much bigger than they were before. So you see these very bright yellow eyes that are taking up almost the entire space of the glass, staring directly at you as he turns very quickly to look at you. What is it? What do you want?
I would like to use your forge. I have an experiment I must attend to.
You want my forge?
I am Forge.
This is forge. You are not forge.
My name is Forge also.
So you want to use yourself or do you want to use my forge?
Both.
He tilts his head to the side. He's obviously very confused with this conversation already.
Intentionally. How much to borrow your forge?
I do not allow any novice to simply take up my space. What are you seeking to craft?
A weapon. I have examples of my previous work. Forge will pull out the shotgun and pump it. It makes a fine, the satisfying pump shotgun noise.
What is this garbage?
Garbage. Give it a try. Forge hands him the shotgun.
Do not point it at me.
Do not point it at me. Point it at something you do not care about.
You.
Points at you.
Something that you don't care about other than me.
Goodbye, Hannah. It's nice
The
knowing
new
you.
character time.
Alright, hold on. Let me try something out really quickly.
Also, make sure you tell him to hold on to the gun because Zach may have him fire it and then he goes back. Just bam.
Alright.
Be careful. It kicks when you shoot.
So do I.
Holy crap!
What?
What?
I had to make an athletics check and he rolled a nat 20!
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're surrounded.
This lizard folk is crazy!
Oh, it's a lizard
But
folk?
what? Yeah, so Zach,
Ooh.
you rolled a nat 20 with a random NPC, but you rolled so many nat ones. What the heck?
Yeah, apparently. He
This
like
is
holds it
Hannah called it last
one-handed.
week. This is the session of nat 20s.
old
One-handed, like rather than holding it in the way that you were instructing him to hold it, he holds it as if he's like assuming that it's just a normal crossbow, and he points it in the direction and fires it. And you see like the shrapnel pierce through, and like small amounts of holes pierce through the side of the building as like little pieces of light come through the holes. He goes, It is garbage that shoots out garbage, but it does it well. You want to make something like this?
Yes, but different.
Yes, but no.
For 5 gold pieces, I will allow you to use my forge. I'll give you 1 day.
Is there any task I can assist you with to cheapen the price?
I have many things to take care of right now. Many requests to fulfill. Always
can
more requests
assist.
coming in. I do
Forge
not
can
know if
assist
you are
with some.
capable of assisting with proper oomph.
Allow me to try.
Go ahead and make a. What's your tinker's tools? Go ahead and make a tinker check.
I have a smithing tools also.
Smithing tools. Smiths. You.
Wait, can I use my int on that, or does it have to be strength?
It's gonna
It's
be
your-
Dexter strength.
Oh, it is.
Oofers.
It's gonna be Dexter strength.
Truly an oovers.
20.
Yeah.
You
never mind.
truly have oomph.
The next one's gonna be a bad roll.
Do I have to roll again?
Go ahead, roll one more time.
He's like just fishing for the one.
Just fishing for the net one. I'm hoping for it.
You still have oomph.
Your
little
skills
less-
are acceptable. A little less oomph.
Zach's like, where is that one?
You are capable. At the very least, I can make good use of you. Come back tomorrow.
Yes. Forge will leave.
We're leaving?
He pushes you out of the building. Practice your oomph.
Hit him with the oomph destroyer 9000.
Zach,
Yes.
until I could actually get a proper forge, borrow the proper forge for cheaper, could I find a quiet corner and use produce flame and my forging tools to attempt to mimic it in a way?
Attempt to mimic it? No, not without a proper force.
Fair. Okay, I'll be there back tomorrow. That's what.
Damn.
Come back tomorrow with more oomph.
Oh! He cast the large reduce.
Jump
Yes,
scare.
let's reduce. Diego, you might need to be at 240% zoom, by the way.
I'll make him small. Alright. Well, Revik and Brian, are there anything that the two of you are looking for?
What else was in here?
As of this particular area, there's shops, there's the guard station, there's blacksmith. They're selling weapons and armor. There was the thing at the beginning which we read out was because there's also in the stockyard there's a wagon.
Wagon.
Speed up.
There's
fly
a
home.
there's a wagon with
Is this just like the main shopping area?
this is the main shopping area. But there's also a wagon that says, in faded letters on the side, Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders.
Oh,
I'm going there.
yeah, I'm gonna head there as well.
Would you like me to cast knock?
That was instant.
Hey, you can't just tell us carnival and not expect us to go there.
True. All
Look,
right.
man, Revik has habits. Okay.
Again, would you two prefer I cast knock?
Why would you need us? Why would we need you to cast knock?
Because there's a giant locked door behind the cart. I can open.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Nah, it's fine.
What if I cast Thunderwave?
Just cast shatter on the door.
Okay.
Why magically unlock a door when there can simply be no more door?
When your girlfriend shatters your pelvis. Someone got it.
All right. Why is this map so big?
I don't know. You were the one who got it.
Oh no, I'm looking at like another map that I'm making at this current moment because
He's not
Unprepared.
dedicating his time to us.
oh no, it was the secondary. I forgot that when someone asks a question and you weren't prepared for them to ask, and you're like, "Ha, that's a pretty good point. There should be a map for that."
Which one was
Also, another question: how are we paying you, Zell?
this? Oh, we could deal with that later.
Oh yes,
Well, the only
but
reason
I was
said
gonna.
that is because it's
I have to rediscuss something about that, so I was gonna discuss it. You would wait till the end of the month,
Okay.
but also.
we can discuss that
Alright.
later. I don't want Zach accidentally giving out his personal information out of public system.
All right, so my phone number
Your
is
social security number.
The 3 funny numbers in the back of my credit card are.
whatever you do. Do not reveal my phone number.
Now you
That
sound
would
like
not-
a centuries-old vampire. Your phone number's probably 2.
That would not be very oomph.
All right. So Twitch chat.
Would not be
Zach's
very-
phone number is 626.
Okay, so
Well, now they know where he lives.
As of right now, when the two of you wander over to the carnival wagon, you see what looks to be a colorful half elf standing around the side, talking to a man and a woman who seem to be human. And he's currently still talking to them around the edge. They're kind of like hidden off towards the side. Like it's not like they're trying. It doesn't seem really like they're trying to hide, but it seems like they're trying to keep their conversation private. And as the two of you approach the wagon, because it's the closest thing, you see that the wagon suddenly lurches as though something big has thrown itself against the inside wall. You hear the cracking of wood, the scraping of metal, and the snarl of something inhuman.
Ooh.
Upon
Right.
closer inspection, you see that the sides of the wagon are splattered with dry blood.
Oh.
The outsides?
Yes.
Damn.
He is P. Diddy.
There's also an inscription on the wagon's doorframe that reads, "I bring you shadow from into light."
Man, what is
I
that,
bring you
something-
from shadow into light. Whoops.
Oh,
My bad.
I was like, what?
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow.
Where's this gun?
Shadow, it's me, Satan.
What would
Remember,
the two of you
guys,
like to do?
The only way to kill
Um,
him, he loves Latinas.
Wait, I bring you from shadow into light, right?
Yes, I bring you from shadow into light.
Like a vampire, maybe?
You said there's a colorful half elf or whatever around here.
Yeah. Colorful half elf, and he's around the edge. It seems like he's having a private conversation with two other humans, a man and a woman.
Do I respect their private conversation?
No. When has Revik ever done that?
Can I eavesdrop?
Either make me a stealth check or perception check.
Wait, let me cast Path Without a Trace.
Okay.
You
God
should
damn
totally
it.
do that. Cast Pass Without a Trace, yes.
Actually, wait, how many second level spells do I have?
You should have
Maybe
two.
two. Yeah, I'll do that. Second level. Wait, why are my spell slots not like a thing?
Oh, so that's a 33.
Yeah.
Yeah,
33, Zach?
33. Uh-huh.
So they see.
Okay. Do you
Over
also want to
33.
make a stealth check, Diego? Or do you just let Revit go off on his own?
Sure, I'll make a stealth check. Wait, what's my stealth? Oh, my stealth not that bad. I'll make a stealth
Yeah.
check.
You also get a plus 10, so...
24.
24.
Okay. So 24 to 33. So the two of you sneak around the side. You get as close as you possibly can so you can start to overhear the conversation. And you hear the half-elf yell out, Gunther, Elena, whatever you do, do not open the cart.
So open the cart.
Yeah, open the cart.
Do they say
I'm
more than
offering
that?
this to you to keep an eye on the cart and ensure that no one messes with it. Babushka inside is very stressed out. She does not want to be here. But if she does escape, she will not attack unless she is attacked first. You do not need to worry. She will go back inside. As long as you are not Vistani. She really hates Vistani.
That's fair.
Diego just says that standing next to him.
I mean, I'm thinking that. You don't hear me doing the voice, do you?
Do you do a voice?
Yeah, kind of. I try.
I'm sick. I'm not even gonna attempt a voice.
You're good. Don't worry.
I am not exactly ready to introduce her to any Vistani yet. But if Babushka does get hungry once again, here, and he like pulls out a bag and he drops it in front of the two of them, and you can't really see what's in the bag, but you can smell like still bloody meat.
Vampire.
Right.
Vampire.
It seems like substantial amounts of food for like a very large creature.
Vampire.
Or a very small, hungry one.
The opening is on the top. You climb on the wagon, you drop it through the top. You can take a look at Babushka, see if she is doing okay. Be very careful. She has very long claws. She will grab you and pull you in. It's very scary.
Vampire. Stop beating the vampire
I must go
over
take
here.
care of things. Keep Babushka safe. And then he scurries off to the distance. And he curves around the cart and starts heading out of the stockyard. And the two, Gunther and Yelena, that he was speaking to, kind of just go to the front of the cart and just sit at the very front where they pull the bag of meat up and hold on to it. And then they start to converse with each other. They're just going, what are you having for dinner? I don't know. What are you having for dinner? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. Kind of feel like fish. I don't really like fish.
Are these two Italian?
They are now.
True.
I could go for some pasta. Man, that's what we always eat. It's always pasta.
Well, pasta good. Pasta's pretty good, man.
All right. Would the two of you like to do anything else?
I was gonna sit here and see how long I could make you talk to yourself.
I was really trying to not.
I was gonna
Are-
see how long you would go for.
Are there any openings, like, besides the top one, are there any openings into the wagon?
I want to
door.
open stick.
Like, anything that I can see through without opening the wagon?
If both of you would like to make an investigation check. Oh.
Unnatural one.
14.
So you notice along the back where the cart has the lock that is currently holding the door closed. Notice that the door kind of pushes just a bit outwards enough so that there's a small gap, and you can see just casually inside. And when you look inside at the first moment, you don't see anything there. And then it's very hard to tell. Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Ah, so you can make
It's very
out.
easy to tell.
You can make out the shapes, but you can't make out the color. So what you see is something very large pass over in front of the opening very quickly, and then start to like move around the inside of the wagon in a circular fashion. When it's at its furthest position away from the door, you get the clearest sight that you can of it. Although you can't see the color, you see its general shape, which is this large four-legged creature. It seems to be a bit furry, and it looks
It's a furry.
cat-like. It looks cat-like in nature, but the most intense detail you notice about it as it's walking around is you get a good look at its face, and it does look almost like a tiger, but there are two massive teeth coming out from the top of its jaw.
Saber-tooth tiger.
A saber tooth? What the hell? Where'd they get a saber tooth? Those things are extinct.
Don't
It
worry
probably
about
just could be a normal tiger that was turned into a vampire.
The-
And that made its fangs bigger.
I mean, are bear tigers
The
a thing?
vampire.
I have to write something down really quickly. Hold on.
It's a vampire tiger now.
So
No.
Strahd shows up and goes after the tiger.
Hey, God,
Not the va-
freaking night,
Not
okay?
the
Don't worry about it.
vampire
Yeah,
tiger.
he was like, it was a dare from like his wife, being like,
I
like-
dare you to go bite the tiger.
no, it was like a dare because he's like, she like goes out with him and he goes, I saw you were looking at that woman again, and he's like, no, honey, I love you, and he's like, really? Oh yeah? Well, why don't you just go sleep with a tiger? And he's like, will that make you believe that you love me? He's like, yes. So he
Okay,
walks his
Zeus.
ass to Milwaukee.
Did you say okay, Zeus?
Yes.
It does sound like something Zeus would do.
Mm-hmm. So, you do notice the tiger. It seems to be circling around on the inside of the cart, in the inside of the wagon. It looks somewhat not stressed, but impatient. It doesn't seem to like being in the small space. And it's very, like, actively showing that as it's moving around.
We should release it.
I mean, you are a druid, so like, it technically wouldn't be entirely out of the question to be like, this is any animal containment is animal abuse. Really, go. Be released.
Alright, let's go on getting PETA involved.
I mean, now you've seen one, so now you can wild shape into it.
That is also true.
Wait, you can only wild shape into things you've seen?
Yes,
Yeah, technically.
I didn't know that.
technically.
Also, your wild shapes, I don't know if you'll ever. I think you reach to
Yeah.
like 8th level.
I don't think you're. Yeah, you're not a moon druid.
I
So your
think
CR
you're
is never
done
gonna be high
soon.
enough.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
honestly never gonna use wild shape because Halo spores. Or I guess symbiotic entity is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Symbiotic.
Damn, they got a whole ass tiger in there. Oh,
Revik doesn't realize he's staring through the one window with paper over it.
He's like, I don't think I can see what's going on in there. Can you see anything? And it's like, Diego's like shitting his pants.
Yeah. Like, holy shit, a saber-tooth tiger.
it's a tiger.
He's like, where do you see that? I don't see anything. Revik, you're staring at paper.
Revik, that's a wall, not a window.
Nah, I think it's a window.
That has the same energy as my blind dog loves looking out the window.
Yeah.
All right. So, Adam.
Finally. Yee. I walk in the building.
It's a tavern.
All right. The top right is where the stairs lead down into this underground tavern-y section where
Okay,
it
'cause
seems like the guards
there's
are
a
trying to
door right
relax.
there, that's why.
The top right?
No,
Oh.
the bottom. The bottom.
Oh, there is a door at the bottom.
That's why I was
blind.
like. That's why I dropped my token.
It's at the bottom. It's at the bottom. I was like, I couldn't find the door, and I was like, where the fuck is?
No, that's
It
that's
is
why I put my. There's windows too, so I'm like, wow, this is underground.
Oh.
What if they stare
Well,
at me?
I'm just blind. Don't
should
worry
should
about
I go
it.
to the door or the stairs?
Oh, the door.
Okay.
Ignore the fact that I'm an idiot.
Okay. It's okay. We have it live on camera now.
Okay, so you walk in, and the guards themselves seem to be quite casual at the moment. They seem to be, a lot of them are still in
Uniform.
armor, although none of them are considerably heavy armored. At the very most, all of them have maybe like scale mail
Gotcha.
with spears or crossbows attached to them. So what would you like to do when you walk in?
I assume this is like a bar.
Correct.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to the bar. And I'm gonna have a seat.
Damn.
There is a tall human man standing there at the moment,
Like where I'm
idly, like wiping a glass,
sitting. Oh. Okay.
as barmen tend to do.
Yeah, because that's all they do. They only ever wipe glasses.
Only ever wipe glasses.
Shout out to Brenton, the local barman.
So there's this man, his name is Brenton. There you go. Man. What are you having?
It depends on what you do here.
We got a number of ales. Make you a steak if you're up for it.
I'll just do the ale.
Damn. You should order an angel shot.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't know if you did shots. It was just pour alcohol, go.
Okay, never mind. That passed over your head.
Wants a shot, pulls out a gun.
Did anyone hear what I said though?
Yeah,
I heard what
shot.
you said. I got it.
I just
I
I don't know
mean,
what that
okay.
is. I don't know what that is.
An angel shot?
Yeah.
No.
It's like if a girl feels uncomfortable to bar, they order an angel shot, and the bartender will like help them to their car and call them a cab and make sure they're safe.
Oh. That's good to know.
Are you feeling uncomfortable right now, Adam? Do you want to
It's
call
not
you
just
a
for
cab?
it's for anyone, but
Well,
He needs an ASMR shot.
I mean,
An ASMR.
it's still good to know because if like you see something in public, you could just be like, "Hey, order this person an angel shot."
Yeah.
Well, he very absent-mindedly, in the way that you tend to see Androsians who are very kind of lax and going through with these soulless dead eyes, pulls a cup out from under, slams it on the table, and then pulls out this large bottle and pops the cork and starts to pour it in front of you. And just slides the drink over to you.
Truly NPC behavior.
You didn't think wiping the glass was NPC behavior?
No,
And then he
let's be
proceeds to go
clean.
back to wiping the glass in the exact same position, at the exact same speed.
Not even changing the glass, just doing the same one the entire time.
You don't even see him like actually transition to wiping the glass. He just has it in his hand,
No.
just up here.
it's like an eldritch abomination. You like blink and suddenly he has that glass in his hand. You can't remember him not having the glass in his hand.
Alright. I guess while I sip it, I will ask him where the captain of the guard is.
Captain,
Oh no, I broke him, guys. I asked him a question.
he tends to just be wandering around the city at this time of day. I don't know where he is right now, but should be back when night falls.
Well,
About an
a
hour.
certain information. Fortunate. You know, think. Because you know what I'm looking for, but I don't know how to find it.
Mm-hmm. What's the point? I'm hiding it.
What are you looking for?
Person.
A person? Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
I literally made a comment to the guy at the gate, being like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a person." Diego, what? Oh wait,
I
was he
wasn't here for that.
I was gonna say, was he here for that?
No,
Okay, never mind.
Hannah was already at the forge when I got back.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
I mean, to be fair, I should have figured because you've been doing that this entire campaign.
That's all I've been doing. Yeah.
Looking for someone?
Diego, no, it can't be possible. Why would he be looking for someone? I'll be honest. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what to do. Cause
What are you having?
Zach, you fucking.
We have a
idiots.
couple of old ales. Could get you a steak if you like.
Describe the person, but like you're describing a shot or a drink, and see what he gives you. This isn't productive at all. Just do it.
Actually, yeah. Hold on. Let's see if we can break the NPC. Yeah.
God damn it! It was a joke, though. Don't turn it into an actual plan.
Who knows? Well, because describing it might also tip off like another guard. So I'm gonna, Diego, you're cooking.
We're cooking with gas.
We're cooking with gas. So I'm gonna I'm gonna
Like we're
kind of
cooking
like
with a
glance
big
back
lighter is what we're
periodically
doing.
as I'm talking. So I'm gonna sit in a more casual manner where I'm like sideways to him, and then like most of the guards here, where I can kind of see the whole room, so to speak. And I'll go, give me something tall and primarily purple in nature. Someone that would have, or something that would have more liveliness to it, like it doesn't belong in a gray-filled world. Something magical.
He's gonna just stare dead-eyed at you for a moment, and then pull out a purple bottle and start to pour you a shot.
Well, the objective wasn't him. Does anyone else react?
Go
Damn.
ahead and roll me a D100.
Kind of middle of the road.
So you're not sure if you get any like hit immediately, because it doesn't seem like anyone's really acknowledging it. And then you hear kind of whispers behind you from one of the larger tables of guards, and just go,
Holy shit. Hold on.
strange fellow, isn't he?
Hold on.
Not the worst one we've seen so far.
Hold on.
Oh, God.
Sounds like a perfect opportunity.
Kinda yelling to himself, isn't he? Yeah, it's a bit odd. Not the worst thing we've seen so far.
Sorry, I was telling you to hold on because it sounded like a plane was falling out of the sky, and that's work related. That's why. Sorry about that. I'm back.
Quite an odd fellow. Not the worst thing we've seen so far.
That's like the third time they've said that.
If you can tell which one is the NPC.
Oh, I wasn't really paying attention to which ones you were talking as.
Never mind then.
Not the worst one we've seen so far.
Doesn't
Well,
the
I mean-
description sound a bit familiar, though?
Which one? Which
Or
one?
that I
Which
can
one said that?
remember. Not as far as I can remember. You seen someone like that? I remember being outside in guard duty. There's a lady that passed by. Used our help. She seemed like kind of strange one. Not the worst one we've seen so far.
God damn it.
It worked. As
That
soon,
shouldn't be as funny as it is.
as soon as I hear that, I'm getting up from my seat, and I'm walking over to the table, and I'm gonna
It's
slam.
like, but sir, what about your drink?
Well, I have it. I haven't
Oh, he
drank
gave it
yet.
to you already?
Yeah, he gave it to me. I'm gonna slam my hands on the table, well, one of them, and then put the drink on and go, that woman, where did she go?
Usually it's polite to introduce yourself first before you start asking questions.
Not the
My name
worst
is
one I've
Adam
seen so far.
Bergreich. I'm from outside of the bounds of your city, and I killed off the old hag that lives in that accursed bone grinder tower. Now tell me where she went.
Make me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Can't it be intimidation with advantage?
Either, I'll let you roll either one, but it's gonna be a disadvantage either way.
Okay. You said persuasion?
Persuasion or intimidation at disadvantage.
One of those was really good.
Not the worst one I've seen so far.
Die. You're gonna die.
It's like I've activated a sleeper agent.
So, guess who the NPC of the group is?
Might have seen some lady like that a couple months back or so. Didn't really pay too much attention to her. Passed by. Didn't really see where she went after she entered Valaki. She didn't really seem all that important, so I didn't pry.
Motherfucker.
Haven't seen her much since then. Don't think I've seen her at all since then, actually.
Another lead lost. Fine. You can keep the drink. It's already paid.
This drink
for.
doesn't look all that good.
Yeah, well, it's whatever your bartender decided to give me.
Well, he's always putting out strange drinks that are made up from whatever he could find. Doesn't really seem like he's even listening to us most of the time. Not the strangest thing we've seen so far.
Is your friend alright? Seems to have about.
Yeah, he doesn't really say much of anything else. Kinda had an accident involving a wolf back maybe a month or two ago.
Really? What was that wolf like?
I think it was a dire wolf. Messed him up pretty bad. See that helmet on his head? Can't take it off.
Really?
There's not much skull left underneath it. Basically, that's all that's left for protection.
It's a miracle that he's still alive at all.
And the clerics out here are performing miracles as best they can. Glad that he was still alive, or else we wouldn't have been able to bring him back at all.
Not the strangest one we've seen so far. Your captain. Do you know where he would be about this time?
Captain's been investigating a couple of strange happenings as of recently.
Oh.
Not really too privy on the details myself. Chances are he's at the church, though. St. Andrews.
Very well. Perhaps I need to go pay him a visit at the church. You gentlemen have a lovely evening. Just gonna walk out.
What a strange fellow.
Not the strangest.
Actually, I quite like the guy.
Is that the one who was only saying the words?
Yes.
Oh my god! Frank, you spoke!
Not the
Character
strangest thing
development.
Oh! He's back.
He's back!
Alright, were the two of you doing anything else with the tiger?
I want
What
to go
else
talk to
can
the
we
people.
do?
Release it.
Well, I mean, I thought that was
I
off the
know.
table.
I'm gonna walk around and talk to the two people with the bag of meat. If you release this tiger while I'm up in front of there, I can't stop you.
Wait, you can stop me or you can't?
Can't.
Okay, because I was like, how are you gonna stop me?
With the power of
Alright.
my mind. We hit level 3, and little did you know, I learned psionics. No.
All right. So, you notice Gunther and Yelena at the front of the cart. They're currently discussing. They're still discussing. It's been like 30 minutes, and they still don't know what they want to eat for dinner.
Damn it, I was gonna ask.
What about we go to
What did they
Tony's
decide on?
pepperoni pizza?
How about a calzone? Ah, it's too hot. What do you mean it's too hot? It's supposed to be hot. It's a calzone.
Are you doing the little, like hand signs every time you make these conversations? Please tell me
I
you
turn
are.
on my camera just to do hand signs.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm like, you don't see what I'm doing right now, but I was in fact like hitting one hand into the other just over and over again. Like, it's a calzone. That's what it's supposed to be.
What about a stromboni?
Reverend's gonna walk right up to him.
But at this point, I think you're just a picky eater. Who are you?
Oh. This is like a carnival cart, right, Zach? This is out of character question to you.
Yes, it is a carnival cart.
I'm curious. What's a carnival cart doing in Verlaki?
Ah. How are we supposed to answer that question? I don't know. Well, Rictavio comes by every once in a while to, I don't know, appease the crowd, make a quick buck, like everybody else around here. We don't really work for him, but he paid us to keep an eye on the cart.
Does he perform? Or sound effects?
For him. Yeah, he's a bard.
It's a song and dance and...
He is a strange man, after all.
What's so strange about him?
Ah, well, I'd say he comes around quite often. Nobody really knows much about him, other than the fact that he's performing every once in a while. But kind of leaves as soon as he pops in. Stays in the city for a couple days. Leaves, heads out somewhere else. Usually out west. Not really sure where he goes.
West?
Yeah, west. West.
Oh, I wasn't really talking. I was just exclaiming, like, in my head.
They just answer the disembodied voice behind them.
Yeah, west. Wait, who said that?
Me,
Did
I
you
did.
say something? I didn't say. No. Yeah, that was a rabbit. No, you can't call him that. He's not a rabbit. He's a Harangan. That's rude. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
How fucking dare you insult my family like that?
It's on the family.
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen a Harangan.
Not too many around anymore.
Ah, not at all.
Is this bag of meat just like on the
Mom's
ground?
getting a phone call.
It's in between the two of them, like at the front of the cart. The
Like, Trevor
wagon.
just like tap it with his foot and be like, "So why do you have a smelly bag of meat?"
Ah. It's what we were having for dinner. I thought we were having calzones for dinner. I thought you didn't like calzones. We're supposed to be cooking the meat for a meal. After all, you got a lot of it. What, you want some?
Say yes, say yes, say yes.
Sure.
Pulls out a piece and then chucks it over to you. You get a very distinct smell from it, but it's very quick to tell. You're very quick to tell that it smells like wolf meat.
Oh.
Is it just like a chunk?
It's a chunk of meat,
Raw?
skinned raw, and just tosses it over to you, and it's like a 2-handful chunk.
Two
Just
handfuls
tosses
of-
it.
I wonder how they're gonna react to this. Revik just like opens his mouth and throws the entire thing back in like one bite.
What the?
Does he chew?
No.
Oh no.
His,
Well, that was
hands
disturbing.
and, his like hands and face are covered in fucking blood as he continues to talk to them.
I didn't know rabbits were carnivores. I told you, he's not a rabbit, he's a harangue. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Are you doing anything with this tiger while I'm talking to them?
I don't know. I'm too invested in this conversation.
What kind of performances does this guy put on?
He plays music. He's got a, what's it called? A viol? A violin? Something like that. He's quite good at it. Although I'd say I've seen better.
Have you actually seen better?
No. But there's not a lot of fun things to have around here, so people tend to enjoy whenever they get a little bit of light in their lives. Because there's not much else to do around here. It's just him. Rictavio comes around, performs. There's also Blinsky. Blinsky's the one that makes the toys.
Are they children?
And for children and adults.
Oh, he makes
Ooh.
adult toys?
He does make adult toys. He makes like little. Because I ended up getting one of them because it's very nice. We have a little. Oh shit!
Is he
Hold on, he
married?
pulls out.
Just making sure. Is he married?
He doesn't have a ring on.
Damn.
So
Yo,
he
Diego,
pulls
hit the
out
hit.
a piece that he seems to have in his bag, and he sets it on the front of the wagon, and it looks like a miniature gallows with a trap door and a weighted hanged man that's hanging from the
Okay.
gallows.
Okay, so the actual toy is not adult toys.
I was like, I've got one. And then started to describe. I thought for a second you were about to just fully describe a dildo and call it a day.
No, I was not. I'm not that bad.
I would have laughed so hard if you did, though.
Yeah, Blinsky's a bit of a strange one, because sometimes he makes... We're not really sure if this is proper for kids, but honestly, considering where we live, the kids don't have much else to keep themselves occupied, so they kind of get with what they can. He also, makes decorations whenever we have festivals.
How often do you have festivals?
Once a month.
When's the next one?
Could be in about a week.
Do they celebrate anything in particular, or are they just festivals because everybody's bored and tired of living in a dystopian hellscape?
Damn.
What do we celebrate at this point? Actually, I'm not really sure. Do we do much of anything? I think we do a couple things. Well, it's kind of why he's here at the moment. And by he, I mean, Octavio.
Octavio?
Yeah. He comes to celebrate for the festivals, too. He's
He
preparing for him.
Be really funny if he just came back right now like, what are you two idiots doing?
Well, they include a number of things. We celebrate Morning Lord. We celebrate... sometimes we pretend to celebrate Strahd if any of the Vistani are coming through, because the Vistani will come in for the festival sometimes, and they get mad at us when we're celebrating things that aren't Strahd. Honestly, the Strahd guy isn't that bad. It's more the Vistani that are causing us most of the issues.
I mean, the Shrug guy only kidnaps children every once in a while.
That normally happens in, what was that other place? Barovia?
Mm-hmm. If Strahd doesn't come out this far, Balaki's a bit out of his range. Although there's nothing really preventing him from doing so. I imagine it's hard to keep control over his domain if he's moving too far out. He's also not nearly as safe. Although I can't imagine anybody else that would want to kill him. Not a lot of people that are trying to go up against the Vistani. Wait, didn't he say that the tiger was supposed to be eating the Vistani if they come close? I don't think you're supposed to say that out loud.
So when Rivik says, oh, so it is a tiger.
Oh, so it is a tiger.
Look what you did.
Can I pet it?
I'm pretty sure we shouldn't be allowing you to pet the tiger. It's kind of dangerous. Why would you want to pet a tiger?
Why don't you?
Why would you not want to pet a tiger?
Yelena, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of want to pet the tiger too.
Also, Zach, can I tell if
Yes.
it's just a normal tiger, or is it, like, magical anyway?
I will say... I'm not gonna have you make a check, because I'm not gonna screw around with you. It is just a normal tiger. It is a saber-tooth tiger.
Okay.
But, if you would like to make a deeper check into its nature, you can make, like, a perception check. That could be that. And then also, Revik, if you could make a persuasion check with advantage, because you had a really long conversation with him.
Perception.
Advantage. How did I roll? I have a +6. What the fuck is that? +6 and advantage, and I rolled 11.
All right, let's get into this. I mean, we have the key available. We could just open it up and go in really quickly. That's a tiger. You want to pet a tiger? It's gonna eat you. But he said he wouldn't attack us if we weren't Vistani, and we're not Vistani, so we can pet the tiger, and then we just close it up, and then it'll be fine.
Oh, no.
You know, I kind of agree with the rabbit. Herring. So,
How does Revik react to this, by the way? Just being called a rabbit on repeat.
Doesn't really react. If Adam was there, he'd probably realize that it seems to be something that happens so often he doesn't.
He just stopped caring.
Yeah.
So you see, Brian, as you're standing near the back of the cart investigating, you notice that there's like a couple of items in the cart look to be like ruined remains of like bones that have been broken on the bottom. There's also what looks to be like a small doll-like figure in the cart as well. That kind of catches your eye as it doesn't seem to like fit inside the space. And then as you're looking into the back of the cart, you hear footsteps shuffling around. As Yelena and Revik are talking at the front, and she's like, "I'm sorry, he does this a lot. I'm trying to get him to be better-minded about the whole Harangan thing. You just gotta give him some time." And then Gunther smooths around to the back of the cart and starts to unlock the door.
Oh no. Um. Um. I feel like I should stop this, but it's gonna be so funny if it happens.
Let's.
I'm gonna
finish it.
hide myself. I still pass without a trace, right? How long did that last?
10 minutes
10
or an
minutes or
hour.
something.
Oh no.
It's a long time, so
Probably still in effect.
I looked up. I meant to look up Pass Without Trace, and I looked up Saber-tooth tiger. I don't know what fucking thing was going on inside my head. Pass Without Trace is 1 hour.
Oh, okay, then I still have it.
Go ahead and make me another stealth check.
22.
22. Well, Gunther, like I said, it's probably not a good idea, so we should just... Gunther? Where'd he go? Click.
Got that!
And then you hear the creaking of metal as the door opens from the very back, and you hear a low rumble kind of echo throughout the entirety of the wagon. And you're currently standing at the front of the wagon right now, Revik. So do you want to rush to the back when you start to hear this going on?
Yeah, sure.
So you rush to the back. Gunther's already there with the door open as he steps to the side. Brian, you're a bit off to the side, hiding behind like a bush as you're keeping yourself hidden. You see Revik run to the back. And at that moment, in between your ally and this random man, a tiger hops out of the wagon and lands on the floor directly in between the two of them.
Oh no.
Wait, in between Revik?
In between Revik and Gunther.
Oh, lovely.
And what is your immediate reaction, Revik?
It's be like, holy shit, it is a tiger.
No way.
Alright, you can put it back now.
Alright. So, I'm going to need Revik and Brian to make me a dex check really quickly.
A dex
Dex?
check.
Or an initiative check, actually, because one of you has proficiency. Let me see really quickly if any of you
Wait,
go
is
before.
initiative?
Yeah, just roll me initiative in the sense of I need to see. Keep rolling with disadvantage.
I clicked automatic and it rolled with disadvantage for some reason.
I
It knows
usually have
when
it
you
on
don't.
Wary.
Query. Oh, it's query. Automatic, advantage, disadvantage. Why is it automatic? Try that. Okay. So,
No, I had it on automatic. I just moved it to query because it kept rolling with disadvantage.
oh, yeah. Okay. Query's good. Never mind. Sorry, my bad. All right. So that's a 15 and a 4. The tiger gets
A 30.
a 19 total.
Oh.
So in the next moment, after the tiger pops out of the wagon, it looks at Revik. It looks at Gunther. Gunther reaches out a hand to try and pet the tiger very, like, slowly. And then it kind of shakes for a moment. uses its action to dash, and then rushes towards the walls surrounding the stockyard, climbs up
Ooh.
the wall, and then disappears into the city.
Oh. Well, that's not our problem anymore.
I
Or
wanted
it's an
to
even
say.
bigger problem.
Question: Where are we? Where am I in context to this? And
I assume you would have come out of the building by this point
yes,
if you were
I did.
talking. I think Forge and Adam, both of you may have been close enough to see what just happened from a distance. So if you want to be, then you could have seen that happen.
Forge is going
Wait,
to see it.
it's already
How
over. I
far-
can't see it anymore, right?
Yep, it just kind of rushed back and rushed into the city.
I
How
can't.
far away would
can
I have been from it, Zach?
Can I follow it real quick to see if I can see it? Still.
Well, hold.
Let's see how
monster-
fast this creature is.
Hold monster is a 5th level spell, so I don't have that.
I wasn't gonna hold monster. I was
So
gonna do
I would-
something maybe questionable.
I would say if you have a way to get over the wall easily, because it had a climb speed, which is why it's not restricted in any way, as it just leaps and climbs up the top of the stockyard and just disappears. So it's very fast. Do you have a way to catch up with it while
No.
getting over the wall? Okay, so no. So what about you, Forge? What do you say?
How far away did it get? How close did it get to me? About.
How close
Was it
did it get to
within?
you?
Was it within 90 feet of me?
It may have been at the beginning, but it wasn't at the end.
Fuck.
Were
I
you
was gonna
just
cast
shoot it?
Hunter's Mark.
Oh.
I was gonna say, how far away was it from me when I moved? It was already gone.
It is. What are you attempting to do? What are you going to try to do?
Cast blindness, deafness.
What's the range on that?
30 feet.
Okay. Like I said, if you have a way to get over the wall quickly, then maybe you could catch up to it.
How tall is the wall?
Can Revik throw me?
20 feet.
No.
How
Revit is not gonna be able to throw you.
So it's 30 feet up, right?
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. I mean, I can get to it.
Mm-hmm. You have a way to
spider
stop
climb.
Spider climb.
Yeah.
But do you have a way to stop it?
I don't think we do. Let's just let this one go.
Beat its face in.
I think we should just deal with the
Oh,
consequences.
actually, I do have a way to stop it.
Oh, do you? Oh,
I have
shit.
magnify gravity.
Can you cast 2 spells in a single turn?
What's the range on that? Hold on, let me see what the range on magnify gravity is, because I might just be able to cast it and then like, oh, it's 60 feet.
You have to see the creature?
Yeah.
Magnifying gravity.
I don't think you can
Okay.
get to it before it gets over the wall, though.
Well, I mean, I could see it cast magnify gravity response.
Do you have a way to get over the wall quickly?
Yeah, if I start running at the wall, cast the spell.
What's your movement speed?
30 feet and then 30 feet before anything else.
What do you mean 30 feet before anything else?
So I'm talking about like if I enter Blade Song.
Okay,
So it's just 30 base.
you would have to dash to get over the wall.
Okay.
If you end up dashing, it will be long gone by the time you do manage to get it in your line of sight, because it is essentially faster than you.
Gotcha. So I can't cast magnify gravity the moment I see it. Like start running.
Oh well.
I think this one's lost, boys.
This one might be lost.
Not my
All right,
fault.
so you see the back of the cart is now empty. The back of the wagon is now empty. Gunther looks at the two of you, and you see Elena come around the side, and she just goes, "Where's the tiger?"
Could have been a lot worse. Could have attacked us.
Um, Gunther puts the key in Rivik's hand. He did it!
Pin this on me, you blubbering idiot. Fucking throws it back
You
at him.
what I asked! We were supposed to watch the tiger! Why'd you let it go?
I didn't want you to let it go, you dumbass.
I didn't know it was just gonna run off. I thought he said it was friendly. Yeah, just because it's friendly doesn't mean that it wants to be trapped in the wagon. Alright, Yolanda takes the key from Revik. It's nice meeting y'all. Come on, we gotta go fight. And the two of them start to run towards the stockyard wall, and they are like attempting to climb in a very idiotic fashion where you see Gunther start to lift Yelena to the top of the wall, and they're very much struggling, and it takes them more than a couple turns to successfully do it. So he pushes her to the top of the wall, and then she has to grab him and help him get up to the top of the wall, and you see them disappear on the other side. It takes them like a good 5 turns before they successfully do it.
I rummage around inside this wagon.
Yeah, I'm gonna come out and walk over to the wagon again.
Oh god, isn't such a bad thing?
Discord's freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Discord's going on crack right now.
Alright. I want everyone to make me a perception check.
I think
Can I
it's a
look for that
perception check.
ball?
Sorry, when like words wigging out, I couldn't understand anything.
Can I
You
look
said
for
roll
the doll?
perception check?
Okay. Alright.
Not one!
So-
Not one! No one!
Yippee.
Not one!
Okay. Alright, so you guys, a lot of you rolled high, so I'm gonna add for... I should have said perception or investigation, but
Oh,
it
I would
works
have rolled
because I know that...
investigation.
Yeah, I know
I
that
would have
you're
rolled
still gonna...
investigation. I
Yeah.
would have rolled investigation so hard.
What's your modifier for investigation?
I don't think it matters
My
for
investigation
these.
modifier is +6, so mine would have been a 21. Dom still would be in
So-
that one.
Yeah.
You do find the doll inside the cart. And it does look like the doll itself is not just a normal child's doll. It seems to be a Vistani effigy, one that they use for magical rituals or rituals of power. And it has a scent on it that seemed to have been used to differentiate normal Andorosians from the Vistani. That seems
Okay.
to be how the tiger knows the difference.
Is the effigy actually magical, or is it just like an effigy with a scent?
It seems to have a small level of magic connected to it, but it seems to be like the center of a spell rather than the ability to produce anything itself.
Okay.
It's a voodoo
On the
doll.
back of the tattered pants of the doll, you read the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
Huh?
On the back of the doll's tattered pants is the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
Okay.
Hehe, the doll guy.
Now, for the oh fuck portion of this session. At the front seat of the wagon, because one of you got a perception check that was high enough. There's a hidden compartment in the wagon.
Wait, perception or investigation? Or
Perception.
was it
Specifically
me?
perception. Yes.
Okay.
So,
Damn, bro. I
Um,
rolled a 21.
if someone wants to type this in chat, because this is gonna be a lot, I don't know why. God forbid, I don't know why.
Dominic, I think this one was specifically for per perception, not investigation.
Okay. I will type it.
Just because I assume we're not investigating for hidden compartments,
Uh,
perceiving them.
oh fuck. In the
Oh, no.
compartment, you find a healer's kit,
Oh, I'll take that.
3 wooden holy symbols inlaid with silver in the shape of a sunburst, worth 50 gold pieces each.
Hold on,
Oh,
hold
I'll
on,
take
hold
those two.
on, hold on. How many healers kits? Just the one?
Just one.
Are you writing it all down?
Yep.
Um,
That's fine.
Okay.
Alright. 3 holy symbols.
3 holy symbols, worth 50 gold pieces each.
Yep.
A silvered short sword.
Mine. Okay.
A hand crossbow inlaid with a mother pearl.
What's a mother pearl?
It is just a very, very expensive item. It is essentially worth a lot more than a normal hand crossbow.
Okay.
A bundle of 20 silvered crossbow bolts.
Mine.
Wait, you said mother of pearl?
Mother of pearl, yeah.
Oh fuck!
I'll take the
I
hand
love
crossbow,
mother of pearl.
too.
Okay. Can I get a answer on light or heavy?
For what?
And
I did say hand crossbow.
Okay. Alright. 20 silver crossbow bolts. Anything else?
A worn leather tube containing a spell scroll of protection from fiends and a spell scroll of protection from undead.
all right, we take those.
Alright.
Good lord.
There's still more.
No, that's it. That's
That's
done.
it?
Oh, you typed it in Discord chat.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Good
I
fuck.
want the silvered short sword. I don't care what anyone else wants.
I feel like I should take the healer's kit and the spell scrolls.
If you want.
I'm assuming Revik's getting the hand
Crossbow.
crossbow and the bolts.
Yeah, I'm the only person who uses like hand crossbows.
So Hannah
Considering
gets
Forge has
nothing.
guns instead.
Yeah, Forge is cooler.
We need to get him silver.
Yeah, Forge has a fucking gun instead.
Yeah, well, Diego, we don't need to worry about silver or anything like that. For Forge.
All through
All this stuff is
magic.
magic.
That's fair.
That's why I
The
want
3
silver
holy
sword.
symbols. I guess I'll take them. But
Can
We'll-
Forge you have one?
if anyone else wants, I'm just holding them. They're like party thing. Cause like if we sell them, I'm splitting the money. Obviously.
Remember, Forge also has a bag of holding.
But if you want one, yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, we can
Holy
stuff them in the
sin.
bag of holding. while we
Okay.
wait.
Well, I'm keeping the healer's kit and the spell scrolls on me.
That's fair.
me when I steal.
All right. Can we also take the doll?
Yeah, you can take the doll. I'm not gonna stop you.
Can I? You said there
One,
was
I-
bones from
Nope.
something.
Yes, there are bones. It seems to be
Can I
from the
have
wolf.
those?
Uh, yes, you can have the bones. Is no fun. Is no Blinsky.
Fuck does that mean?
Who's taking the
Is
doll?
no fun. Is no Blinsky.
Who's
Wait,
taking-
okay. Are you saying is no fun, or is it?
It is no fun. Is no Blinsky.
It is no fun. Is no Blinsky.
Basically, it's not fun if you're not using Blinsky. Anyway, who's taking the doll? Just so I know.
I'll take it.
Okay.
All right, I guess let's put it in the bag of holding. I just want to make sure the party has it.
Hannah, you have the bag of holding, right?
Yep, Forge has the bag of holding.
Cool. All right. Good luck, Hannah.
What?
Good luck.
What?
It's not like the tiger can smell it while it's in the bag of holding. It is in fact in another
Dom is
dimension,
metagaming.
technically.
Oh, I'm thinking more like they grabbed it, that kind of thing.
Huh? Like,
you
oh,
grabbed it and like it's
they
got a
touched it.
residue.
If-
Okay.
That
If
kind of-
anything, we were in the same room as it, so it doesn't matter. We're all tainted with the smell.
Fair enough.
You are all the smell.
But we
Maybe,
also all smell
take a
like the
shower.
tiger probably really bad too. It's probably
Maybe,
pissing
like,
and
maybe-
shit in the corner of this
Well,
cage.
I rolled a 4,
Take a
so I
shower.
haven't gotten in there. I didn't find anything.
I mean, that doesn't mean you didn't get in there.
Fair enough.
We're all painted, Dom. You cannot escape it.
If you want this silver short sword to be yours, then you got in it. Otherwise, it's mine.
Forge could use a melee weapon.
The only argument I have is that I have no magic of any kind, so we can counter like a vampire spawn again or anything like that. I'm like SOL.
Okay, if you really want the silver short sword, it's fine because I have 2nd level spells, so I can just use Shadow Blade now.
That would be appreciated.
Then take it. Yeah.
Thank you. Probably gonna sell the hand crossbow. 'Cause I have one that works just as well, but it's less expensive.
So you're gonna be responsible for teaching Hansel and Gretel, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Sure. We can pick the stupidest member of the party to teach them.
All right.
I'm sure I will make a great school teacher with my 8 wisdom and 8 intelligence.
Well, you're just the fighting instructor.
Oh yeah, sure. I can drill them in that.
They're asking you to teach them calculus.
Well, again, I don't know if Brevik would get very far past basic arithmetic. I'm gonna be honest.
You think you could count to 5?
It's a good question. How many fingers do Herengans have?
4.
Can I count to 10 or can I only count to 8?
You count to 7, you've lost a figure.
Yeah.
Alright.
I would assume they're like they have to have like opposable thumbs for you to use the crossbow or anything.
It's opposable thumbs, and then it's a question of whether or not I have 3 other fingers or 4 other
Oh.
fingers.
Yeah, is he drawn like a
Well,
cartoon
if
character, or is
if you
he-
have thumbs, then you definitely have 4 other fingers because
That's not true.
biology.
That's not always true.
That's true.
No.
Not in
Assuming you're a
fantasy, it's
mammal.
not. Not in fantasy, it's not.
Well, you know,
That's true.
You know,
This is
5
Dungeons and
fingers-
Dragons, not fucking
Alright.
Earth.
Alright,
It's a
alright.
basic biology.
We're getting
Alright.
we're getting off track. We're getting off track.
So, where would the group of you like to go next?
I'm going to that church. Church sounds neat.
So you do know the church is on the opposite side of town. It's that orange building.
Which one? There's that one. Okay.
The opposite side of town.
Well, because you said orange, and I was like, there's a bunch of orange.
That's why I gave you 2 details.
These shoes were made for walking, and I'm walking on you.
You just casually walk through the town.
The fucking tiger that's been released recently.
It's Noblinsky. Don't worry.
You Snowflakes.
Alright. So, as the group of... Oh! Alright. Hannah, could you go back? Or Brian, can you go back? About halfway through.
Go right here.
Yeah. So, as the group of you are passing through town,
You see a child getting mauled on the street by a tiger.
we
What are
point
you doing?
out... Right. So as you pass through the town, you notice a couple of the distinct landmarks as you're walking through. And you can see up further in this direction. You notice there's like a mansion that kind of towers over the top of one of the hills, but it looks to be quite run down and not particularly well kept, at least at the current moment. As you are walking through the center of the town, you see a sign that mentions the Blue Water Inn, which is another tavern that people tend to gather at on the northern side. And then on the southern side, as you're walking through this area, you notice a sign that says Blinsky's Toys.
Oh, look over there.
I'm going to Blue Water Inn.
Are you actually going there?
I'm going where I said I was going. I don't know about Diego.
I don't know. I'll go with. I won't split the party.
Forge will join.
Where are we going?
I'm going to Blue Water Inn. You guys can go to Blinsky's Toys if
An
you really
inn?
want.
You know what?
The
Forge
one
is
in
going.
or the
The
church.
Well, I've been told about an inn, and I'm looking for someone, so I figured I'd check the inn.
I would
That's
would
fair.
like an inn.
Are you an in or an out guy? Do you prefer ins or outs?
I prefer in and out.
Ooh. Good choice, good choice.
God damn, now I actually want in and out.
Diego, shut the fuck up. You're gaming hungry.
Are you sure you don't want a calzone?
I hate you.
Me when
I do
cows
have a
in.
Stromboli in my fridge.
Oh, Stromboli. No, but I guess we'll go to Blinsky's Toys. It's Blinsky's Toys, right?
Yeah, Blinsky's Toys. If you'd like to go to Blinsky's Toys, but because
It's no
without
fun.
Blinsky, there
Go
is no
Blinsky.
fun. No bl-
You see, it would have been really helpful if I had heard the name of the toy maker the first time. If I
He's
had
no
paid
fun.
attention.
He's no fun. He's no Blinsky.
Where are we?
Down.
Why is there dynamic lighting? And why can I just go around it?
Oh, it's fine. Just don't go up.
Oh, now I want to go up.
Doo doo. Doo doo. Doo doo.
Hang on.
Wait, where are we?
The
Are we at
group of
Blue
you.
Water Inn or the Blinsky's Toys?
You are at Blue Water Inn.
Oh, okay.
You are. Where are you going?
I'm exploring. Okay, I'll stop exploring.
Let me in.
Oh.
Good lord. What's that?
Sorry,
Keep
I dropped
dying.
something.
Let's heard a screech.
Wait, are we? So we're all going to Blue Water Inn then, I guess.
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, you don't have to all go. It's just something you notice as you were going through. I'm not
I
gonna
want to
stop
go.
you.
I
from
want to
going.
go to the toy shop.
Then go to the toy shop.
I do too.
You don't have to
We'll
come
go-
with me.
We'll go to the toy shop.
It's no
You
fun.
really don't
it's no
have to come
Blinsky.
with me. I'm literally doing my own thing.
But it's
Is
no
there
fun,
anything-
no bliss.
Then go
Okay.
to the fucking.
I'm not gonna be here, but I'm just gonna be looking around the entire map.
You guys can, in fact, go to multiple places as groups. You don't have
That's
to.
what I'm trying to tell her.
It's no fun, no whiskey. Wait.
Smoke.
So, oh, go ahead.
Gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large two-story wooden building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched.
Do they
Did
give
we
us a
see a
warning?
crow or a raven?
Raven.
No. In the tower, the bone grinder.
A crow.
Raven.
Oh, is a raven still?
Yeah.
Caw.
I think I said Raven. Well, it says Raven. I'm
Okay.
saying Raven. Raven.
He's like, I said what the book said.
I said what the book said.
Caw. Caw.
The book didn't say that. I said that.
Gotcha.
All right. Would you like to hit it?
Yeah, I'm going in.
You can open. You can open the doors.
I guess I'm going in too.
Yo, who's this guy? Yo, who are
That
these
man.
people? They have special tokens.
Yeah, they have special tokens. There's a bunch of people in here that aren't just average
And then
commoners.
it's a group of nuns.
Brian,
Yes.
as you walk towards the front, you get a look at the side of the gentleman who's currently sitting at the bar, and you recognize him as the gentleman who was speaking to Gunther and Yelena at the wagon.
Oh. What did he say he was doing again? He was just. Did he say what he was doing?
Oh, he said he had some errands to take care of, but he wasn't specific in what he was going to do.
Errands,
As of right now, he seems to just be enjoying a drink and chatting up the bar maiden.
Very fun errands.
He's gonna make her an errand.
So you notice the general group within the inn seems to be quite lively. You see two gentlemen who look to be brothers sitting at the table. You immediately enter in, and they have like an air of nobility about them. They seem to be wearing fine leathers and clothing. They have weapons strapped to their backs. There's also two gruff men off to the right who seem to be hunters. And they are wearing these like furred leathers that seem to be quite thick with bows and arrows on their back as well.
Perhaps some monster hunters? No? Okay. Alright, mute me for 30
No.
seconds. I deserve my punishment.
So what was that rule about not laughing? And
I laughed.
Alright.
All right. So where would you like to go? Who would you like to talk to?
Well, Brian's already made
Mickey.
himself at the bar.
I want to talk to the barmaid. I need a drink after that tiger fiasco.
I would too. For a
Oh,
different
good
reason.
lord.
So are those just random people tokens, or are they specifically all like?
What-
Is this like a octuple?
Random homies.
Yeah,
Okay,
PP.
or I was gonna say, is this like an octuple like sister?
Yeah. Nameless people.
Gotcha.
Mm.
The lady turns over to the side and leans over the bar. Aye, short one. What are you having?
I'll take the strongest one you've got.
Well, we only have a couple of major drinks available, but I can whip you out something unique if you want to be knocked on your ass tomorrow morning.
That I will. I'll have that.
He winks at you and starts to pour you a drink.
Hit on her, Diego. Do it.
Do I see what she's pouring in? Just wondering. Is it just like a lot of alcohol, or is it like something specific?
Something specific.
Okay.
Hold on. I have an idea.
So you know, like Delicious and Dungeon.
So, the strongest thing they have essentially in Andarosia is wine.
Oh.
It's pretty much the only thing that they can make consistently and heavy.
Okay.
His dwarven senses are tingling.
Badge. I will take it, and I'll start down in it.
So, between the cheap wine and the fine wine, she ends up giving you the fine wine, which is called a Red Dragon Crush.
Ooh.
She likes you, Diego. Telling you, go. Do it. Try.
You like that one?
Yeah. Very tasty.
Ready for another glass?
I'll have 2 more.
So, drop 6 silver pieces.
Okay.
But she ends up pouring you 2 more glasses, and then I need you to make a con saving throw.
I think you have advantage on these, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
You do have advantage, that is true.
Alright,
Against
con saving
holy
throws. Advantage.
Ooh. It's hitting you. You are a bit buzzed. You're not drunk. You still got more than your fair share
Beer back, beer back.
pouring to go before it really hits you as good as you'd like. It's actually the best wine that you've had so far because the small village of Barovia didn't have any like custom wine makers. They kind of just had whatever they had available. This one does seem to be quite sweet and welcoming, more to the taste. It's not the cheap stuff that everybody else seems to be drinking.
Wow. This is the sweetest wine I've had in 2 years.
Well, it's the best thing you're going to be finding around here. Husband's the one that makes the wine himself.
Oh, damn.
As, if I may quote someone who has once,
Don't even say it.
One Mr. Janik A. Lakta. That's not his actual last name. Just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score.
Hell yeah, words to live by right there.
Good
knew it.
lord.
I knew he was gonna say that shit.
What's wild is that it came out of his mouth. From of
What?
all people, he was the one who said it.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, what's happening right now? Why are we on a new map with dynamic lighting on?
I went to the Blue Water Inn.
Oh yeah, they're at an inn right now. They're chatting people up.
Why is there dynamic lighting at an inn?
No reason. No reason.
Just in case.
Why is there dynamic lighting at the inn?
There's no reason.
Uh-huh. No reason. These people
Huh.
definitely aren't suspicious.
So you'll hear the two men behind the group of you, the brothers that seem to be drinking up a bunch. They're being loud, generally egregious, making a lot of noise, and causing a bit of a ruckus within the tavern itself. And you can see the barmaiden looks at them a bit disgustingly, and then kind of shakes her head in a disappointed fashion.
There's some of them in every bar.
Little bastards they are. Those are the Vokta brothers.
Do I recognize those names?
Make me a history check.
All right. I say that like I'm good at them.
You're
I'm
better than me
assuming
at them.
I don't recognize them.
Nope, do not recognize them.
Also, I'm assuming Revik would notice this too
Yeah.
about the guy next to us.
Oh yeah,
Would you?
Revik. So you remember that half-elf gentleman that you saw back at the wagon?
Oh, is he right here?
Yeah, it's that dude with the blonde dude basically with the crazy hair.
The
I
one sitting right
say
next to you.
nothing.
Good, because I also said nothing.
So did you all hear
So
that
you don't.
attack?
So none of you recognize the name Vokter. Seems to be in like the German fashion.
Someone say German?
Mm-hmm.
My God, German?
Germans.
Wait, this guy, the half elf at the cabin, what was his name again? It was
Rictavio.
Octavio.
Rictavio.
Octavio. And then Walker.
Stelio. Cantos. Steli.
Okay.
All these names.
Too many names to remember.
Mm-hmm. All these people having names that are so like unique and shit.
So unrealistic.
Yeah, like Diego. Who?
Sorry, I should have just named them all Brad.
Brad.
That's Brad, and that woman over there is Brad. The guy with the bow is Brad.
Oh, do you remember Brad? We saw him earlier.
Oh,
The guy next to him is Todd.
Crazy.
Yeah, had to be special Todd.
Something's wrong with Todd.
Oh,
AFK real quick.
No. Well, unless she's going to continue the conversation with Diego, I would also like to speak to her.
meow.
Are you the
He seems to be a bit
owner
more full of life than you have managed to see for a lot of the other bartenders that you've experienced.
Good evening, miss. What's your name?
You must be new around here. Not many people come around asking for names anymore.
Well, as you can probably see by my attire, I'm not from anywhere around here.
I sort of guessed that when you walked in. And, name's Danica, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Miss Danica. By chance, was there perhaps over the past month, a woman adorned in full purple that would have happened to be here?
Hmm.
Mm,
Strangers tend to
Return.
pass through quite often. Don't really have a good track for keeping an eye out for every single woman that passes through.
She would have been very showy in her regard.
Wouldn't say that I've seen anyone like that around recently.
Can I insight her?
Go ahead.
Fuck. One day I'll roll well.
He seems legit.
Yeah, fair enough.
You trust this man with every fiber of your being.
That's not a nat one. Okay, that's not good. Not good.
Huh?
Oh, that's unfortunate. I overheard you speaking in regards to the fact that you had a husband. Does he happen to work in the town? Or is he here?
He's part of our tavern. Currently making food in the back.
Good. I heard rumor of a beast roaming the streets.
A beast? What do you mean by that?
It's some four-legged creature, I guess, that found its way into the main streets.
There's like a thump as Rictavio hits the table, like directly next to you, like putting his drink down a bit more aggressive than he attempted to.
Was that Rectavia or you?
That is Rictavio, but it's also me.
It's
Excuse me, sir. You said something about a beast.
yes.
Any other details about that, by chance?
Well, I only caught a glimpse of it as it had dashed past me. Frightening creature indeed. I was almost certain it was a stripe of a flag of bright orange. But then it seemed black at the same time. What a fascinating
Wonderful.
creature.
Thank you for the help. Thank you for answering my question. Here you go, madam. He slaps a coin on the desk, and then he very quickly shuffles out of the building.
Damn.
Oh, oopsies.
Oh! The
Wow.
entire this is now a bar fight.
A bar fight.
With the whole bar.
So, after you mutter that information from to Danica, you also see that the two gentlemen with the wolf skins and the bows seem to like whisper to each other for a second, and then stand up and start to head out of the tavern just after Rictavia does.
I'm gonna wave them down before they go. Excuse me. The two of you.
What is it?
If you intend to hunt that creature, Is it possible I could pay you in advance to capture it rather than kill it?
Well, not often that you see large creatures out in the city. You can pay us more than we get for selling its skins, then we'd absolutely be down for the payment.
That depends on how much you're paid.
The taller of the two, the bald one, kind of tilts his chin up at you for a moment. 5 gold pieces for the day. We'll have it captured and without a scratch.
Lovely. Do I need to pay you now, or do I pay you when the job is done?
I'd say half now, half later.
Usually we'd say we take the payment now. But if we're keeping the creature to ourselves, we can at least have it available. Even if you don't pay us, we could still make a good deal on its skin. But if you pay us now, we'll guarantee you that we won't have any second thoughts.
I'm gonna turn and look at the bar lady and just be like, basically are they trustful?
Yeah.
Oh, that's her answer.
Solstar and Yevgeny are both quite odd hunters, but they do perform a service and they do what they say they do.
Alright, I'll pay them the 5.
Lovely. He takes the coins and shoves it in his coat pocket. He'll have it done by the end of the day.
Yeah, they work fast.
They're a confident bunch.
Is it possible I can have them, like, meet me, or I would have told them to meet me, like, at the guard area, like where the tiger got away?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm not, like, hunting through the city for them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool, thanks.
So the 2 hunters head out.
And I'm just gonna look down the way at the 2 of them and go, "You're lucky I paid for your mistake. You 2 owe me."
I don't know you shit.
I don't know you.
I didn't let it out.
I wonder if I can get that Vistani doll on you while you sleep.
Again, I didn't let it out. It was that very idiotic man. I think his name was Gunter? Yeah.
I think his name was Gunther.
Gunter. Gunter and Yelani. Yelani was at least
Yelani was-
apologetic at Gunter's slurs.
Kind of intelligent, actually. Basic intelligence.
No.
Intred? No.
Gunther and Yelena. They pop around here from time to time. Wouldn't say that they're a capable bunch, but
Well, Gunther let it out because he wanted to pet it. And then tried to throw the key at me and say it was me.
well, I'd recommend keeping that bit of information to yourself. At this point, if there is a creature wandering around, the guards may be looking for someone to blame about it.
Yeah, Gunther.
I've already taken my payment from the man who owns that creature. Well, we have. So I think it's a fair deal.
So you feel an arm hop over your shoulders, Brian and Revik, as like a man comes in between the two of you and puts his arm over both your shoulders at the same time. You hear the other one stand up as well, and you just go, "Ah, yeah, you've been causing a bit of trouble in our dear city, then."
I didn't cause any trouble.
And who are you?
You must not be around here.
If you were
Name's
capable enough to pay
Nikolai.
attention for our conversation, then you should have heard that none of us are from around here.
Well, only heard the last bits of it, but it sounds like all of yous have been moving around quite a lot. Seems a bit troublesome, wouldn't you say?
What? To show up to Valaki after saving several people's lives and dealing with problems that plague the city.
You see the barmaid kind of move up closer to the group of you and go, "Come on, boys, play nice. Ain't no reason to cause a bit of trouble in my bar." Actually, it seems like a lot of reason to cause trouble. Seems like the ones here causing trouble. I wonder what the guards would say if they found out y'all were around and involved in a little creature getting loose in the city.
If by involved you mean witnessing somebody else's stupidity, then I'd be glad to give the guards my account. But if you think you can gain any profit by turning me in, then you'd best be wrong.
See, that's where you might be mistaken, friend. Doctors have a lot of control over the guard station in this city. So, if one of us were to say that we had a first-hand account of you saying you were involved and bragging about it at the old tavern, I don't think they'd worry too much about the particular details.
I don't think they'd take much into account from a rambling drunkard like yourself.
Can I make a form of insight check, Zach? I want to see if my hunch is correct, that these two are basically like whoever the person in charge is, like kids.
Go ahead. Give me an insight check.
Well,
So you're getting an air of cockiness and what would be the word? Condescension from them. That seems to be quite common within nobility. You're aware that they do check all of the boxes of being at least someone of high standing within the town. And although they are rambling a bit and the drunken slurring, you don't get the feeling that he's lying about having some kind of pull.
Interesting.
Jose Revik is fully turned around at his seat at this point and is facing this dude.
The other brother seems to like get a bit close to Forge and then like looks like at him kind of quizzically and then taps on the center metal like the glass piece at the center of your chest a couple times, Forge.
Forge turns to him. Can I assist you?
Quite a unique fella, aren't you?
Yes. What made you say that?
I ain't seen a lot of metal men around here.
Have you seen a lot of armed metal men around here also?
I'd say that there aren't many capable men around here. Strong ones, willing to do dirty business. A lot of you look to be quite capable.
Forge is going to pull out the pistol and just keep it slightly on his side. Perhaps. What you have in mind?
The second brother, the one up top, gets very close to Forge, wrapping his arm around and kind of pulling you closer. And in like a almost somewhat camaraderie, but a little bit more aggressive than you'd like. And you can hear him whisper, along with Adam and Revik, who are the closest. Goes, yeah, we might be able to look the other way on any major incidents. If the group of you were willing to part with, say, 30 gold pieces or so. Alternatively, we could use a bit of help in other ways. If you were willing to do the odd job for us in favor for keeping our lips tight and shut.
What major incident are you talking about? My hands are clean. Quite sterile, so to speak.
Wouldn't say these mitts are clean. Look at this. It's so...
What do you say?
It's soot. Blackened. All over the fingers.
I was at the blacksmith. By hands are clean, I mean of whatever you're in.
Can't believe you'd imply that we give you a dirty job. We're respectable figures, after all. Quite important in this town.
You have yet to tell us who you are.
Well, if you're living
look
here, you
far,
should
maybe,
know about
like-
the Voctors.
We don't.
We aren't from here.
Well, now you know.
Okay, that
The
doesn't tell us.
Voctors are
who you
quite
Yeah.
important.
Now we know what. Come here.
You know, you should really learn how to talk to people without interrupting them. You don't
I'm
seem to be
sorry,
quite a
sir.
mindful individual.
You mentioned the name Voctors?
Nobility working under the great Strahd von Zarovich.
It can't be that important if we've never heard of you.
This, I agree with the rabbit.
Oh, we've spoken
I
to
haven't.
him.
Oh yeah, we did talk to Strahd recently.
The air around them kind of changes for a moment. You feel it very quickly when you say, we talked to Strahd recently.
Oh, did you want us to relay a message to him? Oh, we'd be happy to. In fact, he invited us into his abode recently. We said we would venture after we took our time here. Did you want us to speak to him in regards of you? We'd be happy to. By all means, tell us
check
more.
with advantage.
What?
Intimidation check with advantage.
Please.
You hit the secret message.
Did I pass before I start doing cool stuff?
Continue. Go ahead.
By all means, you two, please tell us more. Actually, we were more than willing to visit his castle very soon after. We had just finished a mission. Well, one that technically was part of his quote-unquote assistance. We were actually going to head back to his castle. We were invited over for a meal, to talk, to discuss, to make do. He seemed like such an interesting individual, and he seemed quite entertained with us. Was there something that you wanted us to translate to him? Because I bet he would be more than happy, of all things, to hear that you were harassing his guest. Right?
The one at the bottom puts his hand on the shoulder of the one at the top. He goes, I'll, let's not bother these...
No.
Gentlemen
Come. Actually, have a seat. Here. No, one of you, take my seat. Madame, give this man a drink. By all means. They seem like such lovely individuals. Come. And I'm talking to the one that was closest to me. Come, have a seat. Sit.
Really shouldn't try to leave a discussion too early now. It'd be rude.
We can play this game. Have a seat. Or else.
We'll say that we were a bit mistaken. We're sorry for any disrespect. But, I think it's best if we should be going now.
You haven't had your drink yet. He's going to be so disappointed in his people.
And they head out of the building without another word.
Apologies for the show.
No. I'm glad that they're gone. And they come up here and cause trouble all the time. Picking fights with whoever they can. Throwing around their weight the best they could. But you seem to scare them off quite easily, so... appreciate that. Drinks are on the house tonight.
Lovely.
You get your 6 silver back, Diego.
Yeah.
Man, I wanted to extort him for 5 gold. So I could get paid.
I'm gonna order another.
Oh, you didn't roll that high on intimidation, friend.
No.
What is my intimidation? Redix is fairly high. But that's just because he's a freaky fellow.
So I guess I'll ask her again now that they've left to be like,
Yes.
oh, so you really haven't seen the woman that I'm referring to? Just haven't heard anything of
Well, not as far as I can remember. A lot of people pass through quite often.
That's unfortunate. I imagine she would
Have
have
you
stayed at the inn.
I also have a question.
Well, we have a record of anyone that stayed, but we don't really keep much other than names.
Is it possible I could see that?
Not usually, but I'll do you a favor this once.
Yes!
What
Have you
about you?
Have you seen a crazy-looking man with one eye? Very smart fellow.
Crazy looking man with one eye.
Smart
Doesn't ring a
crazy
bell.
man. Good. Good. Forge holsters his pistol. Zach, you could say he has the big iron on his hip.
The big iron.
Big iron on his hip.
So, Adam, could you roll me an investigation check?
Can I assist?
No.
No.
Alright, let me change it so it's not an advantage. 17?
Yippee! That's actually really good.
Mm. So, you search through the entire list as individuals that may have come through in the past few months. And you do get like an eyeful of all of the names just to kind of have a memory of anything that may come up again in the future. But none of the names strike you as important in any way. It's quite possible that if they were here, they could have used a fake name. So you do catalog at least everything that you've seen under the possibility that it might come up later, but none of them strike you as immediately notable.
Given the naming style that I've seen here so far, are there any names that of people that we have already met whose names appear in the book?
Yes, actually. You do notice that you can kind of find Rictavio has popped up once in a while, every month or two. He seems to be in the book, going back for at least a couple months. As for any other particular names, it doesn't seem like anyone familiar has passed through quite often. Although you do see at least one point at which it seems that...
How far back do the names go?
It seems they keep a record of as far back as 6 months.
Okay.
Sorry, you said what'd you say before that?
It seems that there's a record of Gunther getting a room here at some point. And he seemed to be staying with a unnamed woman.
Excuse me, I'm leaving.
That wasn't the one who was married, right? Or that was the one who was not married?
You weren't sure whether or not.
Okay, they didn't have a ring, though.
Yeah, he didn't have a ring. He just had a toy from child. There's a subtext underneath where Gunther was, where it says probably a hooker.
Oh, is that what that says? Does it actually say that?
A lady of the night.
Okay, because if it didn't say that, I was going to kill him.
Why?
Because think for half a second, Zach. What am I doing here?
Whoa! There are more than one women in the world.
No, there aren't. It is only the one. For him, it's only the one. There's only one person. The rest of them are all creatures.
I think we should end the session then.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
that's a good spot to end the session.
Are we actually?
To me, they are all creatures.
They're all creatures.
Hey, you just sound like Strahd now.
That's a good point.
Persona without the evoker.
Persona.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, yeah, we're
I
gonna
had
end
to
there.
pick a method to evoke my
Are we actually
persona
ending there?
after like picking
Yeah,
Persona
we're gonna end
4.
there. We're gonna stop right there.
Yippee.
I wonder
Okay,
if the- I
I'm
wonder
gonna
if-
head out,
Before we
guys.
get into another building.
Alright.
I'll see you guys.
See ya, Hannah.
That was fun. Let me stop streaming.